Hi there. I thought we would come outside today. It is a beautiful day and I've been inside all morning kind of like cleaning out some just junk drawers and cabinets and things like that you know, stuff just gets piled up in different places. I'm like, oh, I need to clean a few things. And then I went to throw something outside. I had a couple of bad apples in my little fruit basket and I went to throw them outside for the deer, whoever wants to eat them. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's like 65, maybe 70 degrees out here. It's crazy. And I think October 20, maybe 21. So I don't know, I'm way off on my dates, but it's the end of October and it's just beautiful out here. And the colors, you can see all the colors are changing. A lot of its leaves have already dropped, but some of them are still going strong. And actually my annuals, like my begonias and blue salvia and stuff, are still really going strong. So I thought maybe we just walk around since it's so nice out and we will just kind of look at all the plants and how they're holding up in the end of October. So let's go. It's looking really nice. I still have blue salvia blooming. This is actually technically an annual, but it comes back for me here in mid-Michigan, zone 4-5, and it's just really beautiful. And then all these begonias I grew from seed. These are just big begonia, red with the bronze leaf, and they've looked so good all season long. I was a little worried about them at the beginning of the season just because I took them straight from my basement to out here and they didn't really harden off or anything, and so they struggled for a good 3 weeks, I would say. And then once they popped out of it, they just started doing really good. And then I usually just put one plant in through here in between all these green velvet boxes just to give a little bit of color. But the hydrangeas are looking really great. Those are the little lime hydrangeas. They're starting to brown up a little bit, but they were this really pretty, like dusty pinkish white. The front porch is looking good. Oh, remind me before we say bye that I gotta show you guys the cutest little note and letter that my nephew Elias wrote me, and you're gonna love it. It's so cute, I have to share. But yeah, like the grasses look great. These are the Hamlin fountain grass. Look at my euphorbias, are huge. Look at that guy. I usually put 3 of them around here. And then these begonias are doing great. Yeah, it's just really crazy. The roses are going on more blooms. Got 3 of them in there. These are the, oh, Nate! He just whistled at me. He's home for lunch. I'm out here on my lunch break. Oh, let's see. I was like, why is my neighbor whistling at me? But it wasn't her. These are the Piglet fountain grass. It's just a kind of a little brother to that Hamlin fountain grass. Looks pretty good. And the Annabelles are doing really nice. I think I'm gonna come in here, and I usually don't cut these back ever. Usually in the springtime I'll come in and just like kind of grab off the heads, the bloom heads, and clean them up for the upcoming spring. But this year I think I'm gonna hack them back actually and divide them. But this section looks pretty good. These heuchera are, well, they've been in my garden for the longest. This is one of the first things I planted, but this thing is huge. I'm gonna get in front of it so you can see how big it is. But these heuchera do the best for me here. They get the most sun of all my heuchera, and they also have really good drainage because of this retaining wall, I would imagine. But let me show you how big that guy is. But like, look at that. It's massive. I could totally take chunks off of it, but I've just never wanted to because it's so beautiful. I kind of just want to see like how big it gets. So I've never taken any chunks off of this, but anyway, just wanted to see how massive that is. Yep, great color. So there's no annual color in here except for the little dots of the begonias. Well, oh, sorry, and those white begonias. Let's go this way. And let's see, the impatiens are still looking pretty good. I've got all these impatiens in here that my sister reseeded at my sister's house, and they're looking really pretty still. Nice and bushy. I'm going to do the same thing to that Annabelle this year. I'm going to go in, chop it completely back, and dig it up and take splits off of it because it's just coming too far. It loves this spot almost too much, and it's too crazy for me here. I don't mind it creeping this way, but I don't want it to creep anymore that way into that hosta. So we're going to clean that up. But the colors are looking really pretty. Even the hosta, when they start changing color, they're dying off, but they still look really pretty. But Nate even said he came out here and mowed the lawn yesterday, and usually when he mows the lawn, he blows out my pathway here. So I've got this pathway that kind of weaves in throughout the gully, and he's like, boy, it was really hard to blow your pathway out today and all the gardens because the hosta are still nice and big. Usually he can just like blow everything, you know, right past all the plants, but the plants are just still going strong because we've had such great weather that he can't really blow the leaves out of here. And I kind of don't mind. I think it looks really pretty. I'm really loving this Carex here. This little line that I added to, was it this year? I think it was this year, this spring, you guys. I had 3 in here, and then there was 2 more Carex down there not doing really well at all. Oh my word, when I moved them up here to extend this line, they started doing great. So that's something to keep in mind. Because I want to, I've been working on this area right here. This is kind of like my rainbow bed. And then I've got this, so that section kind of cuts off there. And then I got, like from here over, I really like how all this looks. But this little section right here is kind of just like a hodgepodge of hosta and stuff. So I want to keep that Dancing Darling hosta there. But all these in here, I kind of want to do something. So it might be cool to do Carex or fern or honestly, maybe even hydrangea. Like the Annabelles that I cut. That actually might be really pretty because I have Annabelles lining the back of my gully, but it might be really pretty to just put like a huge chunk of them in here. So that's an idea. So yeah, it's kind of nice when some of the hosta starts to change because it adds color. Like these drinking gourds are starting to change almost like a orange. It's a orangey yellow color. So that's really pretty. These right here, the Blue Angel, those usually change last. And by the time, I would say, honestly, by the time they like change, it's pretty cold and they almost just melt. They don't even really change of color. I cannot believe how good my living river turned out this year. It's just been so beautiful. These celosia, I planted these probably, I don't know, 5 years ago or something, and they keep reseeding themselves and coming back. So I kind of just, if I see them, I let them, oh, there goes a chipmunk. I kind of let them do their thing, but definitely going to do impatiens in here again next year. And I'm thinking I want to put them in this section as well. We'll see. I did plant Cleome in here this year, and it didn't do the greatest, but I let it go to seed, and I let the seeds drop all in here, so I'm hoping that it comes back stronger next year. We will see. The allium did just fine. I kept the allium all season long. I did spray paint them purple, and they looked really neat in here all year. Oh, I wondered if this is gonna happen, you guys. Holy cow, I came out here yesterday after church on Sunday, and I was like, oh my gosh, this hibiscus has buds all over it. I wonder if any of them will open up. And it did in October, the end of October. Look, see, there's one. They're all over. There's one, there's one, there's one. If we keep having really nice weather like this, I bet you they'll open up. This one has a ton of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's just in this spot. 10, 11. Wouldn't that be sweet if they opened up? Holy cow, that's so crazy. I tested some impatiens in this spot right down here. Of course, you know, it is the end of the season, but they did really, really good right here. And I have a really hard time getting anything to grow in this little section, so I'm gonna try impatiens. These are the Cinderella zinnias. These are one of the only zinnias that the rabbits didn't eat, so I left them. They're super cute and pretty. I seeded these, and I had so many zinnias planted, and the rabbits ate them all. But yeah, I still have blue salvia going. Oh, there's like a moth on that one. Hi, bud. And these came back from last year. So did those. And oh, hi, buddy. Got all kinds of friends out here. Where'd he go? Here, I'll show ya. Hi, bud. He's so cute. Look at him, he's so cute. I love frogs. So I've got all these blue salvia here, and then my lamb's ear actually is looking really good. And look at all this lamb's ear. Do you guys remember when I dug all this up like a month ago and transplanted it and just like cleaned it up? Look how good it looks. It looks so good. I'm so proud of it. Here, I'll get, see, it looks so good. Did that section over there too. This is a quick fire fab hydrangea, and this guy kind of shot straight up, and I thought it was so beautiful I didn't have the heart to cut it back, but just let it do its thing. But these are really pretty. They're dry now, but they're super pretty. This is another zinnia, Cinderella, that I left. Actually, the bunnies ate this one, but it came back really good, so I let it go. And my lady's mantle's doing better than it was down where I had it, so that's good. But I've got lots of great color in here. This is all perennials. Try try the best I can to use pretty much just perennials for color. These grasses are gorgeous. If you guys want to try a really pretty grass, this is called Shenandoah grass. It's got these like wispy little dainty magical blooms up here that kind of blow in the wind, and then the grass itself starts to turn like all different kinds of colors. Yellow, orange, maroon, purple, red. It's just a really pretty grass. I'm loving all the colors that are going on in here right now. This penstemon is one of my all-time favorite perennials. Any type of penstemon, especially the ones with that color leaf, they just provide so much color. And then I've got lots of heuchera down here, coral bells, and this little juniper. Here's another one of those Shenandoah grasses. You can see all the pretty colors. And they don't get too big either. They're just a really nice size. I've got these, what is this? Tough Stuff red hydrangea. And the leaves are really pretty. They're turning purple. Hey, Carol. So all this is like perennial color in here. Then I have some catmint down here. This is the cat's pajamas, and it's actually blooming again. It's pretty crazy. That's a really neat plant. And then we're getting into the area that I'm working on. This is you probably heard me say it a million times, but an area that kind of gets a lot of moisture, so a lot of stuff doesn't survive really well in here. These are actually annuals, but this section, all of this section right here is sort of a work in progress. But here's some more of those penstemon. They just have such a pretty color. I love them. And there's that grass again. This is the most full one. And this is looking really pretty up here too. These are all perennials. This phlox right here, it is still blooming. It actually had quite a bit of blooms on it like the last couple of weeks. So pretty. I can't remember. It's something sunset coral, or sunset coral is what it is. Yeah, it looks really nice. My birch trees are changing the yellow color, and oh, my butterfly bush is finally getting lots of sun. And there's three, well, I think they're moths actually. I don't think they're butterflies, but see if I can get close to them. They're on there right now. Hi, buddy. I don't know if it's a butterfly or a moth. It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 of them on there right now, so I'm really excited about that because I've got 2 more. These are the Lo and Behold little blue chips. I've got one there, and then there's a tiny one there. I still have to move. I keep forgetting about it, but this is looking really great. And then, oh boy, my maple tree. Oh, so pretty. I love it. It's completely turning now, so I imagine it won't last too much longer. Over to this side, and we've got some nice color going on here. These are some more blue salvia that I planted this year, so they'll get bigger and hopefully take over, and I won't have to replant them every year. But we've got some nice color going on. My anemone are looking really pretty still. I just planted these the other day. I got them, I think they were $5 each. But, oh, these grasses are so pretty. These are the little bunny grass. It's a fountain grass. And then these are the little blue stem grass right here. They're so pretty when they blow in the wind. And then I got the blue salvia and the big begonias. And then once you come down here, looks kind of pretty too. All the hydrangeas are changing, some more fall color. These zinnia are, gosh, what ones were these? I can't remember if they're not the Zinderella, they were something else, but the rabbits ate them, and these are the only ones on this side that came back, so I was pretty proud of those. This section over here is kind of needing, you know, some cleanup, but I'm just kind of enjoying these zinnias for all they're giving me, you know, until I have to pull them out. I came in here and planted a bunch of annuals actually because the bunnies came through and ate all my zinnias, and I was really sad. I left some of them in that seemed like they had like a little tiny leaf on them, and I was like, okay, maybe this has a chance. So I did leave some of the zinnias, and I'm glad I did because you can see they did grow. But I had the chance to kind of try out some different annuals that I didn't really try out, and these salvia did really, really good. The verbena, the salvia, and the angelonia did good, but I put a daisy in here. The daisy was terrible. I'll never buy the daisy again. It was a proven winner daisy. I can't remember what it's called, but it was horrible, absolutely horrible. But the salvia, verbena, and angelonia were rock stars. I'll show you. This is the salvia, still going. It's really pretty. I'm actually going to try to dry some of it, see how it does. But I got this color, and then I got a white, and then I think I got a darker purple. It's in here somewhere. This dark purple one, and they all did so good. There it is. That's the dark purple. These two, actually, here you go. These three colors right here: white, pink, and purple. And then this verbena. This did really good. The media showers, so good. And then this angelonia. This was the first time I tried the Proven Winners angelonia. And the only reason I did, because it was on sale, and I can't remember how much I paid for it, like probably $1, I think, or $2 or something like that. And it did so good. These were the daisies that I planted, and they were horrible. Like they were nice for like 2 weeks, and then they just went to crap. But these are some more angelonia right here, and they were really, really pretty all year. They still are. So I would definitely plant these again. My lavenders are doing really well. I've planted lavender in so many different spots in my garden, and this is the only spot that it's ever survived. I did have it out by my mailbox for probably a good, I don't know, 4 years or so, and it did really good. And then 1 year it just kind of didn't really come back for me. But let's see, I'll take you down to my cut flower garden. The zinnias are still looking really pretty. I mean, if I cut those off and strip the leaves off, they look good. See, the blooms are really nice still. This is really nice still. The amaranth. These were so pretty this year. I could probably dry them. Oh, the Gomphrena. Oh, I should get out here and cut that. I could dry that and make a really pretty bouquet. This is all Gomphrena down here. I should cut it before it starts doing that. And then, ooh, I got snapdragons that are popping up. That's exciting. That one I had cosmos in, and I already pulled those out because they pretty much died back. And then I got celosia over here. They're pretty. And then Morganthrina. And there's another one of those little butterflies. There's one right there. I think it's a moth. Boy, there's butterflies all over this thing. Butterflies or moths, I'm not sure. But that one is really cool. This section is looking all right too. This blue salvia right here is so vibrant and pretty. This is the is it Play in the Blues, or it's the Proven Winner one, but I don't think it was Play in the Blues. Did I leave a tag? No. It's one of the Proven Winner varieties, and it was on sale, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it because the rest of my blue salvia comes back. And if this comes back, I'll be really excited. I put one there too, so we'll see if it comes back. But it did really good this year. I've got some geraniums in there I have to pull out and overwinter, which we'll be doing here pretty soon. Actually, I'll take you up and show you my geraniums. They're doing really, really good. So I just haven't had the heart to pull these out yet because we've had such nice weather, but I did kind of quit watering them, so they are really dry, and I haven't deadheaded them in like a couple of weeks, so they've got lots of dead heads on them. But there's 3 plants in each one of these little baskets here, and I'm gonna overwinter them. These geraniums here, I've overwintered for 1 to 3 years. It just depends on what they are. I kind of lost track of which ones are which, but we'll be overwintering those as well. And then I have these geraniums. Like I said, they're getting to the point where I've quit watering them and deadheading them because just in the past, I don't know, couple of weeks, they kind of quit flowering a ton. But it's been so nice. Like, this weather is just so warm and nice that I haven't wanted to overwinter them yet. I've been trying to enjoy them because they're just looking really pretty still. So yeah, all of the ones along here are new this year. There's, like I said, 3 in each one. I got them for $1 each. And this huge clump are a bunch that I've overwintered for several years now. And I'll show you guys how I do that. It's really, really, really easy. But you can see that we have had a couple of cold nights, and the leaves are showing signs of wear from that. And at any second in Michigan, you just never know. We could get a hard freeze and these geraniums will go downhill really fast. So it's kind of just like a guessing game on whether or not I want to overwinter them. But I feel like the last 2 years when I overwintered them, it was in November because we kind of had similar weather to what we're having now. Anyway, we will do that soon. Like I said, it's super easy, and if you are looking to try to overwinter your geraniums, it's a really cheap, fun, and easy way to keep your geraniums from the previous season. Oh, the colors are looking really pretty. This is a scented geranium. I'm gonna try to overwinter this too. It might sound crazy, you guys, but honestly, this plant right here was probably my favorite plant in my entire garden this year. I'm not kidding. I got this just on a whim one day just to try it out, and it's so beautiful. Like, I love the color of it. I love it in this brown pot. I grabbed this wire vine, I think the same time I got this, so I just plugged it in here. I dug these two heuchera up from my yard in a spot that they were not doing very good. I grabbed this creeping Jenny up from my yard. I probably could have grabbed more, but anyway, this geranium right here, I was just so happy with it. I mean, look at the color of the leaves. You've got that leaf, got that leaf. This one's got a little bit more like pinkish red in it. And then you've got like this just white one, like creamy white and green. It's so beautiful. And then it blooms these like almost corally pink, dainty, like almost like a seed geranium bloom. But I love it, and I really hope it overwinters. Oh look, there's my little boy. Hi, boy. Hi. Hi, boy. You're my little boy? He follows me everywhere. In the window, I'll usually look up at whatever window I'm at, and he's like staring at me. But I bring him out here and he freaks out. Oh, even these hosta are looking really cool. Look at that. Wow. I just love it when they all start to change. Yep, they'll change like that, and then they'll eventually all turn that, and then like a brownish, and then it'll get so cold that they kind of just like melt. There he is, following me. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. You following me again? Yeah, you're my buddy. I'll be in a minute. I get asked a lot if and when I clean up my hosta. Yes, I do clean up my hosta, but honestly, a lot of times I wait till the springtime because they're really easy to just go in and you kind of like grab the whole chunk and they just rip out. So you don't have to go in and cut them. If I were to go clean them this time of year, I'd have to get the scissors out or the pruners or whatever, and it would be a lot more work just like chopping them all off. But like I said, in the springtime, after they went through the winter and they're basically like all mush, I just literally just grab the whole chunk and the whole entire thing comes out. So I will say I don't really deal with slug damage here, so that helps. Although I did see a little bit of slug damage, I think, this year for the first time, and it was right here on these stained glass hosta. However, I am planning to extend this bed out a little bit more just for easier mowing purposes for Nate, and you can see the plants are kind of growing over my my edging there. And so when I do that, my plan is to split these up a little bit and give them a little bit more room so the slugs don't hide in there and damage them. They didn't do like a lot of damage, but there are some leaves that have some holes in them. I'll show you. You can see right down here, like I'm pretty sure that's slug damage. And I've never really had that before. So, you know, they were still pretty. You know, you really don't notice it unless you get close up. See? See, they're still really pretty, but I do want to kind of split them up a little bit. I really don't like it when all my plants are touching. It kind of makes me a little crazy because that's when critters and bugs and slugs and snakes can hide in there. So that's kind of another reason why I want to split that hydrangea up. I need to see more ground in there. I like to kind of see space between the plants. Well, I hope that you liked that little mini tour of how the plants are holding up at the end of October, and hope you like seeing all of the beautiful colors and things like that. It's funny, I mean, I do not like the winters here in Michigan, but all the other seasons are really beautiful, and I don't take them for granted, that is for sure, because I'll never forget when one of our pastors came over here. Him and his wife moved over here to come help pastor our church here in Michigan. And they came from California. And our pastor, he told us a story about when he brought his wife over here. It was during the fall time, and she literally started crying because she thought it was so beautiful. Like, it was nothing like she had ever seen in like movies or in books or whatever. Like, to see the colors changing in the fall in real life, like, brought her to tears. And so I never want to take that for granted, because it is very beautiful how the leaves just suddenly change, and the tree's going to a rest period, getting ready for another spring season. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that as well, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Before I go, I have to show you guys this cute picture that my nephew made me. So he watched my movie that I made the other day of decorating my front porch, and he drew me a picture of my front porch. So this is that pillar. That thing hanging up there is my hanging basket. Then he made the table and chairs, which is right there with the flower on it, which is right there. And then he drew Max, who is usually sitting right there in the door, and he made him have a fluffy tail. And then he drew that little guy right there in the corner, which is right there. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. So, and then he wrote on the inside, he said, I liked, with a thumbs up. He says, I liked the movie that you made 1 or 2 days ago, and I liked the stacked pumpkins, which are right here. And then he drew me a picture of me at the greenhouse. So in that movie, I had went up to the greenhouse and bought a couple of kale and some pumpkins, and he drew me actually petting the kitty that was sitting on that little table. So that's me petting the kitty. And then he also drew like the plants there and the pumpkins there. So I just thought that was just such a beautiful little letter. So thanks, Elias. I have this on the refrigerator and I love it so much.